The rugby world just exploded. Scott Robertson, the unbreakable razor, axed from the All Blacks helm after a brutal review that no one saw coming. Hit that subscribe button on all sports updates right now for the hottest sports shocks delivered fresh. David Kirk, the steely chairman of New Zealand Rugby and a World Cup winning legend himself, stepped into the spotlight with revelations that sent shockwaves through fans and players alike. He revealed how a no-holds-barred end-of-year review dissected every play, every decision, and every misstep from the 2025 season. Kirk painted a picture of intense boardroom battles, where former All Black Kevin Milimu and high-performance guru Don Tricker joined him in poring over data that screamed trouble ahead. The All Blacks, once the untouchable force, had stumbled through losses that exposed cracks in strategy and spirit. Kirk didn't mince words. The team wasn't on trajectory for the 2027 World Cup glory they crave. It started with whispers of player unrest, denied vehemently, but the review uncovered deeper issues, a coaching style that dazzled in Super Rugby but faltered on the international stage. Tension built as Kirk described the pivotal meeting with Robertson, where mutual agreement masked the raw reality of a forced exit. Fans held their breath as details emerged of Robertson's reflect irons, admitting the feedback hit hard, yet prioritizing the team's future above his own ego. This wasn't just a departure, it was a seismic shift, forcing New Zealand Rugby to hunt for a new leader immediately, with names like Joe Schmidt or Ronan O'Gara floating in the rumour mill. The storytelling unfolded like a thriller, with Kirk emphasizing respect for Robertson's legacy, 7 Super Rugby titles with the Crusaders, while underscoring the ruthless pursuit of excellence. Surprise hit when Kirk revealed the review scope went beyond wins and losses, delving into off-field dynamics that threatened the All Blacks' aura. As the press conference intensified, questions flew about player power, with Kirk shutting down notions of a revolt, insisting it was data-driven destiny. The narrative gripped tighter, revealing how Robertson's innovative breaks and bold selections, once hailed as revolutionary, now stood accused of inconsistency. Kirk's voice carried the weight of history, reminding everyone that even icons like him faced the axe in his playing days. This moment of vulnerability humanized the machine that is New Zealand Rugby, building suspense around who could possibly fill the void. Would it be a homegrown hero or an international wildcard? The air thickened with anticipation, as Kirk outlined a fast-tracked recruitment process amid a packed 2026 schedule. Storytelling peaked with anecdotes of past triumphs turned cautionary tales, like the 1987 World Cup win under Kirk's captaincy, contrasting sharply with today's high-stakes professionalism. The revelation that financial pressures from governance crises amplified the urgency added layers of drama, making this not just a coaching change, but a battle for the soul of rugby in New Zealand. In the heart of this rugby storm, remember you're tuned into all sports updates, where every twist gets unpacked first. Kirk dove deeper into the surprise elements that blindsided even the most seasoned pundits. He shared how Robertson's departure echoed historical upheavals, like when Kirk himself was dropped as captain after a series loss, replaced in a move that reshaped the team. The tension escalated as Kirk disclosed confidential review findings, a dip in win rates against top-tier nations, defensive lapses that cost crucial games, and an attack that promised flair but delivered frustration. Compelling tales emerged of late-night strategy sessions where data clashed with instinct, leading to the inevitable clash. Kirk's narrative wove in player testimonials, anonymized but potent, highlighting a disconnect that grew from small fissures into chasms. The moment of surprise struck when he admitted the board wasn't convinced changes under Robertson would reboot the team in time for looming challenges. This honesty fueled the storytelling, transforming dry facts into a saga of ambition versus reality. As questions poured in about potential successors, Kirk teased a global search, hinting at coaches with proven World Cup pedigrees. The script built to a crescendo with Kirk defending the decision's timing, arguing that delaying would doom their 2027 aspirations. Behind-the-scenes glimpses revealed emotional farewells, with Robertson's statement reflecting grace under fire, prioritizing All Blacks' success above personal glory. Kirk amplified this, sharing how the review panel agonized over the call, balancing loyalty with legacy. Suspense lingered on the financial fallout, with sponsorships and fan loyalty at stake in a post-pandemic era. The chairman's revelations included subtle nods to evolving rugby dynamics, where analytics now trump tradition, adding a modern twist to the age-old pursuit of dominance. Fans were left reeling from the plot twist a coach celebrated for innovation, now cast as the fall guy in a high-drama overhaul. Kirk's closing remarks intensified the intrigue, promising transparency in the hiring process while urging unity. This chapter in All Blacks lore, rich with betrayal and redemption themes, captivated like a blockbuster, leaving audiences hungry for the next act in this unfolding epic. Kirk's insights peeled back layers on the human cost of elite sport, where even a coach like Robertson, with his infectious energy and breakdancing celebrations, couldn't outrun the numbers. The chairman recounted tense exchanges in the review, where performance metrics clashed against passionate defenses, building to the surprise consensus that a fresh start was non-negotiable. Storytelling shone through anecdotes of Robertson's Crusaders era, a golden run that set sky-high expectations, only to falter under the All Blacks microscope. Kirk revealed how off-field factors, like team culture shifts post-2023 World Cup, contributed to the rift, creating a narrative of evolution stalled. The moment of shock came with admissions of overlooked warning signs from earlier tours, amplifying retention as viewers pieced together the puzzle. As the presser wound down, Kirk shifted to forward momentum, detailing a rigorous selection criteria for the new coach: World Cup experience, tactical acumen, and the ability to harness New Zealand's raw talent. Tension mounted with speculation on interim options for the 2026 fixtures, including clashes with Ireland and South Africa that could define the rebuild. Compelling elements included Kirk's personal reflect irons, drawing parallels to his own career's abrupt turns, humanizing the corporate fake-it. The script wove in global reactions, from stunned rugby greats like Richie McCaw voicing disbelief to international media labeling it a desperate gamble. Surprise deepened with hints of underlying governance pressures, stemming from 2024's crisis that installed Kirk, adding political intrigue to the sports drama. Kirk emphasized mutual respect in the parting, but the underlying edge suggested a cleaner break was essential for healing. This revelation cycle built retention, each detail a hook pulling deeper into the story. As the chairman fielded final queries, he underscored the All Blacks' enduring mystique, vowing a return to fear factor rugby. The narrative closed on a cliffhanger: who will wield the haka next? Stay locked in with all sports updates for every rugby revelation. Subscribe now and never miss the action. Williams pegged Jamie Joseph as the safe bet, praising his World Cup quarter-final with Japan and Highlanders pedigree. Joseph's style, structured, resilient, could stabilize the ship. Pair him with Wayne Smith's wizardry, the man behind 2015 glory, and suddenly there's optimism. Joe Schmidt, fresh from Wallabies woes, might consult on attack patterns. But here's the curveball: what about Dave Rennie, the Scot who knows Kiwi rugby inside out? Williams chuckled at long shots like O'Gara, whose French flair dazzles but clashes with All Blacks DNA. The Irishman's La Rochelle double proves genius, yet cultural fit matters. Tension mounts as deadlines approach. The board promises a swift appointment to prep for fixtures. Williams cautioned against haste, recalling rushed hires that flopped elsewhere. This mess exposes deeper issues: grassroots funding cuts, school rugby declining, urban drift sapping rural talent pools. Surprise stat: New Zealand produces fewer elite props than before, forcing imports like the Fijian wingers. Williams reveled in this vulnerability, noting how Australia once envied but now equals. The Wallabies' recent wins fueled banter, with Williams declaring the Trans-Tasman rivalry alive. Storytelling-wise, Robertson's arc mirrors tragic heroes: rise with Crusaders, fall with country. His post-sacking silence builds mystery. Will he speak out, revealing boardroom betrayals? Insiders hint at clashes over selection, like favoring youth over veterans. Ardie Savea, the captain, navigates diplomatically, but fractures show. Williams' take: empower players wisely, not let them rule. This chapter closes with global eyes on New Zealand. Can they reinvent? Precedents exist. Post-2007 slump, they dominated. Now, with professionalism peaking, it's tougher. Williams' final jab: enjoy the chaos while it lasts, as Kiwis always bounce back fiercer. But for now, the mess delights detractors. Midway reminders aside, dive into all sports updates. For ongoing coverage, the script's climax approaches with the World Cup cycle: selections, camps, trials under new leadership. Imagine the drama: old guards clashing with fresh faces, strategies evolving overnight. Surprises like a bolter from the provinces or a veteran recall keep it electric. This tale underscores rugby's brutality: careers end abruptly, legacies teeter. Williams' perspective, as an outsider insider, adds spice, blending analysis with schadenfreude. Ultimately, this sacking could spark a renaissance or signal decline. Tension lingers: who's next, and will they succeed where Robertson stumbled? As the dust storm settles, the All Blacks saga leaves lasting scars and burning questions that fuel endless debate. Matt Williams, ever the provocateur, summed it up best by basking in the disorder, pointing out how this harsh call shatters myths of untouchability. The road ahead demands soul-searching: revamp pathways, retain stars, innovate boldly. Surprise revelation: internal audits reveal financial strains from pandemic losses, pushing desperate decisions. Williams predicted short-term pain for long-term gain, but skepticism abounds. Fans worldwide watch, some sympathetic, others gleeful. This story's heartbeat, rivalry, resilience, redemption, captures rugby's essence. From haka intensity to post-match handshakes, it's more than sport, it's theatre. Williams' parting shot, the mess invigorates the game, preventing monotony. Now, as New Zealand regroups, the world anticipates the rebound. For more twists in this and other epics, subscribe to All Sports Updates, and never miss a beat.